Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time you're watching this. And welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to That Reefer Guy. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a regular contributor to the channel, man, I really appreciate all your support. Do me one more favor real quick. If it's your first time here, hit that subscribe button. If you're a regular contributor, give me a thumbs up on this video. Let's break down my first week of doing power only. Well, this week I did something that I've never done as an owner operator, and that is run power only for the entire week. What I was doing was I was picking trailers up in Brandon, South Dakota, and bringing them back here to Fall River, Wisconsin. I did a total of 3 turns. But the trailers I was picking up in South Dakota, I was able to load as well. So what I would do is I would bobtail from Fall River, Wisconsin, all the way to Brandon, South Dakota. I would pick a trailer up, a reefer trailer in Brandon, South Dakota, and then deadhead 177 miles to Waseca, Minnesota, get that trailer loaded with a frozen load that ran at 0 degrees, start and stop, and deliver it the next morning in Green Bay, Wisconsin, and then go from Green Bay, Wisconsin to Fall River, Wisconsin, drop the trailer, and just do it again. I was able to do a total of 3 turns this week, and I worked 60 hours. I'll put a screenshot of my clock up right now. I have just over 10 hours of available time left on my 70-hour clock. So yeah, I was able to do 3 turns from Sunday until Friday night. Today is Saturday morning, and I'm probably going to be sitting. My trailer is here in Wisconsin, so if I do see a load that I'm able to get, I'm going to go pick that load up, make the delivery, because I'm going to continue doing this power only stuff next week. But let's break down these numbers. Well, I'll jump right into the numbers here. To me, this was actually super freaking profitable, and I'll explain all that in these numbers. So first, the trailer that I was picking up in Brandon, South Dakota, paid me $1,200 to go back to Wisconsin with it. But like I said, I'm able to load that trailer as well. So I was able to book freight from Waseca, Minnesota to Green Bay, Wisconsin for $1,100. I was able to do 3 turns. That means 3 trailers and 3 loads. I ended up grossing $6,900 this week in 6 days doing the power only stuff in 60 hours. My total miles for the week ended up being 2,678 miles. Like I said, a lot of those miles were bobtail and empty trailer miles. I had about 400 loaded miles from Waseca to Green Bay, Wisconsin. My truck averaged for the week 8.9 miles. Now, like I said, that's because most of my driving this week was bobtail miles. I ended up going through 300 gallons of diesel fuel. I got that fuel at the exact same spot where I was paying $3 a gallon using mud flap in Poynette, Wisconsin. So yeah, I paid $3 per gallon for that fuel. That means my fuel cost this week was $900. That is a cost per mile of 34 cents. So back to the miles, right? Like I said, the trailers were paying $1,200. I did 3 trailers and I did 3 loads for $1,100 back to Green Bay, Wisconsin. So like I said, my gross, $6,900. I put in 2,670 miles. That is a rate per mile on power only, loading that trailer as well, of $2.58 for the week on all miles. I am super happy with that. There is a lot of good revenue on that $2.48 gross. There's a lot of good revenue for me in doing this power only stuff. Now this will eventually dry up. I will eventually get all the trailers moved and have to go back to what I typically do, which is running a lane from the Midwest out to the East Coast and working my way back on a multiple stop. But I'll say this has been a really nice break. I'm not super far from home, so if something was to happen at home, I could get home within 3 hours, 3.5 hours. It's an easy route. It's Highway 90. Like, I get on Highway 90, drive to South Dakota, get on Highway 90, and drive to 94 up into Green Bay. Super easy lane to run, super profitable. But yeah, that was my week in doing power only. Check out the vlog I did. Maybe I'll leave it in this video too. A couple of days ago, I vlogged one of these trips. But yeah, that was my breakdown on doing power only for the week. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. Smash that like and subscribe button. Until next time, you know what it is. Keep on trucking.